This week in the Missouri Senate, we review the 14th week of the 2025 regular legislative session.
We will go ahead and call the Senate Appropriations.
The Missouri Senate Appropriations Committee spent part of the week looking at thousands of line items in the Missouri House of Representatives version of the fiscal year 2026 state operating budget. Committee Chair Senator Lincoln Hough of Springfield says 3 days were initially set aside for this review.
The intention of the committee is to go through and mark up as many of the operating bills as we can. I'm not so sure that we get through all of this today. I think we'll try to get through as much of it as we can.
The governor's proposal had lowered education funding. Senator Maggie Nurrenbern of Kansas City, who also serves on the panel, says this is a concern to her.
The proposed budget is nearly $300 million short of what we need to fully fund our neighborhood schools. My priority will be to restore the full funding that our foundation formula requires.
Missouri Senate Minority Floor Leader Doug Beck of Affton says he agrees education should be a budgetary priority.
They're going to be looking to fully fund the formula to put that $300 million back into it. I would imagine they're trying to get that $50 million of taxpayer money out of the voucher program.
Missouri Senate Majority Floor Leader Tony Luetkemeyer of Parkville says the full Missouri Senate could discuss the fiscal year 2026 state operating budget within the next 2 weeks.
The governor's budget priorities are going to be, of course, the House takes the first shot at drafting the budget before it comes over here to the Senate.
Any changes could lead to a Missouri Senate House Conference Committee. By law, Missouri senators have to have the budget delivered to the executive branch no later than 6 p.m. on Friday, May 9th. Fiscal year 2026 will start on Tuesday, July 1st.
House Committee Substitute Number 2 for House Bills 5.
Wednesday was dedicated to House Bills 567, 546, 758, and 958, legislation that seeks to modify provisions relating to employee compensation. Senator Mike Bernskoetter of Jefferson City handles this bill in the upper chamber.
So I don't really think we should be getting in the middle of that. It could have detrimental effects on our state business community and result in harm to the economy.
During lengthy discussion on the proposal, Senator Beck told the sponsor he opposes the idea behind this measure.
We're coming from different directions, this particular bill, but I do want to say that I respect you and you've always been willing to listen. You've always been willing to talk and negotiate, if there is room to negotiate, where that looks like.
House Bills 567, 546, 758, and 958 is now on the informal calendar and could return to the floor of the Missouri Senate for consideration at any time.
Senate Joint Resolution Number 40.
Among the measures discussed on the floor of the Missouri Senate on Monday afternoon is Senate Joint Resolution 40. Senator Jill Carter of Granby is the sponsor. She tells her colleagues this resolution, if approved by voters, would require most Missouri counties to elect their sheriffs.
At least 40 states have sheriffs as elected officials, and in most of these, the position is enshrined in the state constitution. Only 3 states do not have the office of the sheriff.
Missouri senators have given this resolution preliminary approval. Another yes vote would send it to the Missouri House of Representatives for similar consideration.
Senate Bill Number 271.
Thank you, Mr.
Also on Monday, the Missouri Senate perfected Senate Bill 271, a measure that would modify provisions relating to fire protection ordinances. During discussion, Senator Tracy McCreery of St. Louis County talked about similar moves that were made nearly 40 years ago.
Decades ago, we allowed a big retailer to pretty much destroy local places to shop, and I do think that that has had a negative impact.
Thursday morning, the Missouri Senate sent Senate Bill 271 to the Missouri House of Representatives for its consideration.
I move that the Senate stand adjourned until Tuesday.
There are now only 4 weeks left in session. And remember, you can follow these and other issues facing the Missouri Senate by visiting our website, senate.mo.gov. Reporting from the state capitol, I'm Dean Morgan.